Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the high-grade Universal Century Stark Jegan. This was first shown in the first episode of the OVA or anime where they were fighting the Kshatriya or Kshatriya. I don't know the exact pronunciation, but whatever. And the most unique part of that episode or that scene was that a grunt suit was actually fighting someone important for quite a while. While in usual mecha anime or normal even anime standards is usually grunts die really fast, but this guy was basically a grunt as well, but fought very well. Of course, he still died, I think, but still. So one of the most memorable and one of the unique ways, and also a very nice design. So I decided to buy this. I bought this at Gundam Shop. I mean not Gundam Shop, but Gundam Base in Korea. Those who are wanting to buy Gunpla, not through online, I would recommend Gundam Base. I'll leave a message or a link, or below, and you can check it out. It's not an online store, but it's a website that will show you where to go in Korea. So that's where I usually go buy my stuff, and yeah. So let's get on to the review. Before I get started, I'll show you what you get. Now, usually, of course, you get the kit itself, the bazooka. The bazooka that it's currently holding, and let's see what else you get. You get two beam sabers or parts effects. Now, one thing I was really sure or kind of unaware of was that at least the longer one looks like a master grade one, the other short one. So I'm assuming it's like an HG one. Now, I haven't really bought much HGs. This is like my fourth or third HG, and all of them had like master grade beam sabers, and then it's only this. So I'm not really sure if this thing is like, is it a normal thing? If someone correct me, I'll be glad to know. What else you get? You get a standard beam rifle for the Jegans or other like grunt suits. I believe, yeah, it's just a block basically. No sticker for the scope in here actually. I don't know why, because other kits had stickers for that at least, but this one didn't. Uh, Technically, for me, I'm not gonna attach this to the Stark Jegan because I mostly remember the Stark Jegan from the first episode where he's using a bazooka. Even when the SD Gundam Online Capsule Fighter online game was still on, they had the Stark Jegan in there as a C rank, C rare unit, and he was using a bazooka. This was unimaginable at that point, so I'm not gonna even care. You get a normal hand for his left. So basically for the beam, it's like a beam saber hand. You only get one. Oops, let me show you that. There we go. You only get one trigger finger. So it's like you either put the bazooka on or the beam rifle on. Of course, in the anime, there were scenes where this guy was holding a beam rifle, but not too often. So yeah, and you only get one beam saber. I don't know. Am I being really picky about this? But come on, just one. Now you remember in the anime, let me just move it up. In the anime, he takes out this beam saber from his, how should I say this? His arm, I guess, or his wrists. So yeah, basically he pulls out a beam saber from this compartment, exactly from this part. This doesn't open, but as you can see, even in Gundam Wiki, it mentions that he can carry 4 rechargeable beam sabers. Assumably, they are all stored in here being recharged. So, well, it's not like I'm gonna attach 4 beam sabers to it right away, but still, at least they could have put 4 of them. Whoops, my bad. And not well. And finally, what you also get is, let me just back up again. The kit itself. From the kit, what you would expect, of course, one of the most noted features are Let me check. Of course, one thing you'll notice is the missile launchers on the shoulders. Those red pieces, yeah, they are separate pieces, and you get some Lando Bill stickers. I'm not gonna really go into the stickers, and what I know, I don't have the normal Jegan, but these are like detachable. They're not exactly clinged on or attached to the leg itself. They're just clinged on there like in a ring format. And you don't get a shield for this, but you get these. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. Mine turned out to be really stiff on the shoulders. What you get are these armor pads or armor. Just let's just call it armor for now. For both arms and shoulders. So how they attach is basically they go inside to the hole where you would attach the shield. Now, one thing if I have to complain is this part where they're supposed to that part the V is supposed to be yellow. This is just came in entire red. It wasn't that difficult to make it into a separate piece. I know this is high grade and only master grades usually do the separate piece thing, but come on. I mean, their technology is now, enough. They can make now RG, which is basically a master grade, in an HG size. So why not? So yeah, one before I get in, actually getting started, I want to mention that these great parts, just because you detach them, that doesn't make entire normal Jegan, I believe, because that head there, where you see the gray piece on the face, that's not detachable. So yeah, and yeah, mine's really stiff, so it's kind of difficult to show like stuff like small movements. Now, as I showed you, this is not exactly what you also get. You get an extra head, but you only get one visor. So this could be used as an extra head. If you broke the head, you can take off the visor and attach to it. But one thing you should notice is that how should I say this? You can see the chin here. There's a red chin. The normal Stark Jegan has this gray piece over here. So that's the difference. So I'm gonna assume this is like a normal Jegan head, but yeah, just a normal Jegan head. So yeah, if you want to use this, or my other theory for this is that now there's another Stark Jegan or something similar out in the games or anime. Is called the prototype Stark Jegan. It's basically a Stark Jegan, but instead of having those shoulder missile pads, instead on the back he carries 4 giant nuclear missiles. And according to Gundam Wiki, where the Stark Jegan is actually based on a normal Jegan head but with additional armor, it mentions on the prototype Stark Jegan where it was more like based on a traditional GM head or something else. So that's my theory for having this extra head for it. And you get this red piece. Even in the instruction manual it doesn't mention, it's just crossed out. I have no idea what it's for. And some other small pieces which were also crossed out. So I have no idea what these are. So yeah. So that's basically what you get. Now let's get into the actual kit. Now, as I said, mine's really stiff, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to show you guys much movement. First of all, one thing you want to know, you can detach those missile pads. I'm just gonna detach one, hoping not to break anything. There we go. That's how it detaches. Now, as you realize, they're basically they're basically on the same side. They're basically the same parts. So they're not symmetric. I forgot how to pronounce it, but you wouldn't expect like a symmetrical aspect. Yeah, that's the word. So, and it has 2 holes, so you can use this part for your own like customization. Besides that, it has additional armor on the chest. You can detach that as well. The shoulders. After you make the shoulders, there's these holes on the like top part, and you just attach these gray parts into that hole. I put it 426. Reason my birthday being a April 26, and also in my when I play an online game or make a nickname in any website or any places, I go for Charlie 426 like in my YouTube. So I also put an EFSF there. A lot of, as you can see, there's been a lot of technological advancements in terms of designing the Stark Jegan, where I believe the normal Jegan doesn't have a front skirt armor. And let's see, on the side skirts, you have 3 ammo clips. On the other side as well, so you get 6 more ammo clips, but they're just one giant piece, so you don't really need to detach one at a time. There's just a whole piece. Another noticeable feature is the backpack or booster pack, or what I mean booster. This is one of the main features of it. It makes it really go fast. It's a faster unit than the normal Jegan. So yeah, you get also armors for the legs. Now this was kind of tricky for me. Now this is not, as I mentioned, this is not exactly attached into a hole of the whatchamacallit leg. Basically, this is how it works. You see this part. This part is wrapping around the leg, and it's holding this piece and this piece as well at the same time. And these two pieces are kind of connected. So as you can see, it's wobbly. It's not attached. It's wobbly. So if you drop this, on the assumption that it doesn't break anything, that will pop out and detach. So as I said, if you detach the leg armor, shoulder armor, and yeah, you still won't get a normal Jegan. Well, of course, because you don't have the original backpack as well. And another nice feature, whoops, my bad. Another nice feature is the Vulcan. This is like the same technology used for the Gundam Mark II, and they use it a lot in a lot of mobile suits. In terms of articulations or other stuff features is, well, you can move these flaps up and down. They go a little bit left to right, but not too much. The other one, if you're using the bazooka or holding the bazooka, yeah, not an option, because getting the bazooka into this position is also kind of difficult. You need to kind of push it through in, and you have to twist the arm, or not arm but hand, and make it go through here. So one thing what I usually see from people who are new to Gunpla or not really, who doesn't really watch the anime or manga, is that when they come to bazooka, they try to think of the original, or not original, but the typical traditional way of holding a bazooka, where they put it on their shoulder. Now, for like example, the HGUC or the Stark Jegan, that's not the case. You need to hold it, make it hold it, and make it look like it's going through the armpit. I guess that's the best way of saying that. Now, for articulations, it's pretty basic, but depends on if you have the missile pad or not. So I'm going to show you without the missile pad first. It can go 360 in terms of articulations. The arms will, yeah, that's as much you'll go in terms of bending the arm. I'm not gonna even show you the back because I'm not sure it's even possible. And let's see, whoop, let me adjust the camera. Sorry, I'm using a tripod, and I kind of new tripod, so I'm kind of getting used to it. The shoulder armor, that's about it. You can move. Let's go to the head first. The head can go, well, this is kind of already looking up, that's the maximum, and you can make it look down, that's it. Turning, yeah, I don't know if mine's just super stiff, but it won't turn somehow. Yeah, that's as far as it can go. If you force it, you can do it, but I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna hear like a snapping noise, so I'm not gonna even risk it. Well, this is a grunt suit, so you wouldn't expect too much, performance, but I'm really satisfied by just the design itself. Now, if you put the missile pack here. Now things get a bit different. It's kind of difficult. It's difficult to even spin because there are parts like the side skirt will hamper, and unless you like move into the inner side of the leg. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna show you guys. Now for the legs. Okay, so remember this has a front skirt armor. So if you fold it, fold it up as much, that's how much you can go in front. In terms of bending, yeah, that's as much as you go, nothing more. I don't want to break anything. Come on, these aren't cheap. Even the HG in Korea somehow, I'm not sure if it's the currency rates, but their prices are going up. As I said, this cost me $30, or I'm not sure if that's normal because I usually buy master grades only, so I'm not really an expert in terms of high grades. So yeah, the giant backpack. Because of the giant backpack, you won't be able to twist it a lot, because there's these parts hampering it as well. So that's as much as you go. And what else? As I said, these can go up and down, and this part can also move up and down, but not too much. So let's see. So that's all the articulation I can actually show. I guess the ankles, well, no problem. They're standard ankles. Now, I guess I should do what everybody else does is, would you like to buy this kit, or is this a good kit, or whatever. For me, as a personal, my own individual opinion, this is also another good kit for starters, definitely. It's a basic kit, and if you want something like, if you're starting to, getting into Gunpla and you want something recent or something that's kind of new, or something fresh, this would be the best option, or one of the best options. In terms of articulations, not that flexible as you think, because there's so much armor attached to it. Sorry about that. Too much. There's a lot of armor attached to this guy, and there you need to do some coloring, because as I mentioned, that red part, there should be a yellow V in there, and I don't want to paint. I'm not even good at painting. So yeah, there's not much stickers for this guy unless you want to like customize it like your own, like for me putting like 426 on the shoulder. So yeah, there's not much to it. It's not a great kit, but it's not the best, but it is recommendable. And those who are like a fan of grunt suits, I would definitely recommend this. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions regarding the kit or anything else, feel free to comment. If you have any requests, just let me know or leave a comment. And I hope this was informative. After watching my video, please like my video, or at least try to subscribe onto my channel. That would be really appreciative. So yeah, thanks for watching, and wait for more reviews, and they're coming up. So see you guys next time. Thank you.